Let's analyze family relationships. Let's, for example, take this real family tree, what you can see on your screen, and let's express the relationships between persons of interest. I already done this. I introduced a predicate mother and another predicate father, and also I introduced constants for those persons. Let's now extend this Perl program with rules in order to analyze family relationships. For instance, let me introduce a new predicate for being a parent. So let's say X is one of the parents of Y if, well, there are two cases. X is either the mother of I, or the other case is when X is the father of Y. Okay, if we ask a query now, like who are the parents of Princess Charlotte, then you can see her two parents, Catherine and William. Okay, let me further extend this program with another predicate as a warm-up. I'm going to ask who are the grandparents of Y, or another way around, when X is a grandparent of Y. Well, this is the case if one of the children of X is one of the parents of Y, right? So how to express this? So if we take one of the children of X, and let me introduce a new variable Z for this unknown person. This unknown person, Z, should be one of the parents of Y. So basically, this is an interesting rule because the value of Z is unknown. Actually, we make the Prolog interpreter to search for this unknown person represented by variable Z. Okay, let me just try this. So let me ask, who are the grandparents of Princess Charlotte? And here we can see that Princess Diana and King Charles III are her grandparents. Okay, finally, I would like to express something very similar to this, but I would like to express even further family relationships. So let me just introduce a new predicate for X being one of the ancestors of Y. And in order to define this predicate, we can do something similar. We are looking for an unknown person, Z, who is one of the children of X. And on the other hand, this Z should be one of the ancestors of Y. So basically, we are looking for a missing link between X and Y. And as you can see, this rule is a recursive rule. So we will apply this rule iteratively. We are looking for another person Z and another one until we find all the missing links between the person X and the person Y. So this is the idea of a recursive rule. And if we try to use this, let's say, let me just do something different now. Let me ask all the descendants of King Charles III. Okay, so I'm looking for all the descendants of King Charles III like this. Then interestingly, I get a false answer. Why is that? Well, since this is a recursive rule, it tries to repeat itself infinitely, basically. And this is not what we want. At some point, we want to stop. This is the case with the recursive rule. This is about iteratively executing the same rule. So now we need something which we call a base case. It is about stopping the recursive execution. So what can be a base case now? Let's say we can introduce a fact for this, and I can express that everybody is an ancestor of him or herself. If we now execute the query, we will get the desired result. So we get all the descendants of King Charles III.